Hi, I'm Misty Velasky, and you're watching Ojai Valley News in Depth. Joining us today is a pretty common guy on this show these days, Jeff Haydon, the Executive Director of the Ojai Music Festival. Jeff, thanks for joining us again.
Thanks so much. It's great to be back here again.
Yeah, so we've got a big June planned here, and the second time we're going to be performing the Ojai Music Festival in the Libby Bowl.
We're very excited. Last year, it was all we could do to get into Libby Bowl on time as it was just getting done with construction. And so this year we have the luxury of actually knowing where the plugs are, how it all works, what's involved in it. Actually even working with the city now and making a few last-minute adjustments and fixes to the bowl so it works. But we're very excited about the upcoming festival this year.
Yes, and so as I understand it, you've got a really neat thing to sort of kick off the bowl. I believe you said that the pronunciation is Inuksuk.
Yes.
So tell us about this. This is interactive.
This is fun. Ojai, to me, is about community. This is the place that defines what the word community means. And so from a musical standpoint, we try to figure out how to portray that. And so we've actually been working with this composer named John Luther Adams, who lives in Alaska. And he always tries to think about what would nature sound like? What would a tundra sound like? What would a dark ocean sound like? What would a forest sound like? And so he loves music and place and trying to figure that out. And so one of his friends was a percussionist and just got married a couple years ago. And when you've got a bunch of percussionists that are coming to a wedding, they all need to do something. They need to play something. And so he wrote this piece for 9 to 99 percussion players. We've somehow scientifically figured out that it's going to take 45 percussionists to descend on Libby Park. So this is not going to be on the stage in Libby Bowl. This is going to be all over the park, and there are going to be almost 50 percussionists all over the bowl on trees, in seats, in the playground, and they are going to be playing a piece that's about an hour long, and you actually get to walk through the piece and hear what Libby Park actually sounds like.
Oh my gosh. And that's never been done around here, right? This is the West Coast premiere of this?
This is the West Coast premiere. It's absolutely free, and we've even got people that are coming in and sponsoring a musician and helping, because we've got musicians from actually all over the country flying in to do this gig.
Wow, that is so cool. So, of course, June 7th to 10th?
Yes.
Yes. And our music director this year is Leif Ove Ansnes.
Very
good.
That
one right?
You got that right.
All right.
Leif Ove Ansnes. He's from Norway. He was a prodigy pianist discovered by the Hollywood Bowl about 20 years ago, and has since really gone on to make a tremendous career for himself, just finishing a bunch of recitals at Carnegie Hall, and really is one of the leading edge opinion leaders of where music is going. And so the way the Ojai Music Festival works is every year we find a different artist that we build the whole festival around. It's kind of like getting a telephone call saying, all right, here's your chance to do something that you've never been able to do before. You can bring in whoever you want, program, try different things. This is a fellowship. And so he's bringing the Norwegian Chamber Orchestra, he's bringing all kinds of different partners there, and you're going to see him perform in a lot of different ways.
Now, one of the things that I noticed too is, tell me about Mark Morris.
Sure. That's in 2013. We're gonna. The music director is Mark Morris, and so he's the famous dance choreographer.
Yes.
And there's no one that knows music actually better than Mark Morris, who's had to listen to it and figure out, well, what does music look like, you know, when you dance to it? So Mark actually came to the festival last year to see what it was like for the first time, and he's already got his 2013 festival planned now.
Nice. So you guys are just lining them up.
We're lining them up. We actually know who it is through 2017, which is pretty exciting. So we'll be unrolling that as time goes on.
So what are some of the other highlights coming up for this year?
Sure. Well, obviously Thursday night's going to start off with a bang, and I think that's going to be a very cool thing to do.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of piano. Leif Ove Ansnes is a pianist. He's bringing his piano partner, Mark-Andre Hamlin, who is just, you could throw anything at him and he'll play it perfectly. And just a very charming guy. They're both just incredibly nice people, lovely to be around. And so they're playing a lot of major piano works. They're playing Ives Concord Sonata, which is written about Concord, New Hampshire, with all the different transcendentalists. How would they view this town? And so I can't think of a better place than Ojai to play this. They're doing this piece, Stravinsky's Rite of Spring, with 2 pianos, 4-hand. And this is a very famous ballet that's done with piano, and that's going to be an incredible way to end the festival. And then throughout that, you've got Mozart, you've got Beethoven, you've got a lullaby that Leif Ove Ansnes actually commissioned a composer in Norway to write for his 2-year-old daughter. And so you've got lots of different piano music that goes through there. Of course, there's a lot more besides that.
Now, we've got some beautiful singers this year as well.
Yes, we've got some great singers. So the other element that we have weaving through it is you've got piano and then you've got vocal music. And so people that, there seems to be a lot of closet singers or people that have studied music in the past. For those of you who are out there, a lot of people have sung Schubert and Schumann songs.
Sure.
And so Christiane Stotzen and Barbara Sukova, they're going to be singing Mahler-Ruckert Lieder, they're going to be singing some Wagner Lieder, they're going to be singing this piece by Reinbert de Leo, who actually took music from Schubert and Schumann, and you'll start to find yourself singing along with it, and then all of a sudden he'll start to take it in a different direction. But all these songs have to do with things that we deal with on a daily basis, which are emotions, love, friendships, and how sometimes they're good and how sometimes they're challenging, and it's all done through music.
Another thing that I'm noticing, found some interesting stuff on YouTube. Who is this rock star clarinetist that you have coming out?
Martin Frust.
Yes.
So you'll never meet, clarinet, who would have thought,
right?
Rock star clarinetist, but here he gets up there in his leather pants and in his whole outfit, and people, I think the last famous clarinetist people relate to is Benny Goodman, and this guy is the modern day rock star. He'll get up there, he's a trained dancer, incredible player, lyrical, technical, not bad looking either, very charming, and one of the things he's going to do is play the Copland Clarinet Concerto, which was actually written for Benny Goodman. If you actually play his performance of it next to Benny Goodman's, there's no question Martin Frust beats him 9 times out of 10 on this thing. And there's a visual element of it that's just absolutely entertaining and mesmerizing about it. So I think that's one. Look on the schedule and see Martin Frust. Anytime he's playing, you're sure to get a great show.
Now, other than the free Inuksut, what other events do we have going on that aren't necessarily on the stage? Sure.
We've got a lot of different things. We've actually got a number of free events. We've got more free events at the Ojai Music Festival this year than we have paid events this year. Some of the free events actually are on Libby Bowl stage. They're late at night. And so we've got these lullabies late at night, one night. We've got some of these beautiful songs, the Wagner Lieder, late at night. We've got performance in the Arts Center that's a chamber piece. We actually have a number of films that we're doing as well. There's so many documentary films out now these days, and we've got 3 of them, and we're showing them at the movie theater. And so those are free. You just have to, all these things you just have to call in and get a ticket because they sell out right away, even though they're free. So there are a number of different things that we have where people can come and interact with us.
Tell me about the Farm to Table event.
Sure. Well, part of the Ojai Music Festival is it's the experience. You know, everyone comes because of the music. They love Ojai as a place. They view it as an immersion. And even people that live in Ojai itself sort of clear off their calendars and say, you know, I'm just going to devote these 4 days to the music, but also conversations and sort of like a staycation. And so one of the charming aspects about Ojai is we know how to grow food and cook food really well.
Yeah.
It's incredible. And those people in LA just come up here and go, oh, fresh air, fresh food, nice people, this is great. And so we've teamed up with Jim Churchill and a number of other farmers to create a farm-to-table dinner for the Saturday night dinner. So a lot of people will go to the recital on Saturday morning. They'll go to the farm-to-table dinner on Saturday night, go to the concert Saturday night in the bowl, and then stay for the late night concert and just make a really fun day out of it.
Right.
But those tickets are going fast, so anybody that's interested needs to go on our website or call us right away because I think we're about 2/3 sold out.
Nice. And what are those contact information?
Okay, of course. So you've got ohaifestival.org is the website, and the telephone number is 646-2094.
Great.
So 646-2094.
Now, I ask you this every single year, and I'm going to ask you again. What's your favorite thing that you are most looking forward to out of everything?
What's my favorite thing that I'm looking forward to? Well, I would say, certainly Thursday, the Inuksut and that Concord Sonata. I think that's going to be great. The other thing is, I love the tradition of Sunday morning. Sunday morning, we've got some Bill Bolcom cabaret songs. I think will be fun. This Copland Clarinet Concerto will be Sunday morning as well. And then that Knuckle Buster that I said Sunday night, The Rite of Spring. There's just nothing more visceral, gritty, emotional than that. So I sort of see Thursday and Sunday is just a really fun time. And of course, anything in between.
Thank you so much for that. You know, it's one of those things where you maybe don't recognize a whole lot of the names that are on the list, but gosh, this is a really great lineup here.
It's a fun lineup, and it's what I think what people end up doing is they end up coming, they're open-minded, they're curious, they love the people around them, and some of these pieces, you just want to close your eyes. Lay on the lawn, close your eyes, and listen to the music. Hear how it feels. Feel the music, how it works. And I think we're so used to the fact that, you know, we consume music on very short periods of time, and it's got to have a very identifiable melody. If you surrender yourself and just listen to sound, it's amazing what happens. And, you know, with the lawn, it's a great place to sit and do that. And we're looking forward to having people come and join us.
Thank you very much. It was great to talk to you again.
Great to talk to you, Misty. Thanks so much.
I'm Misty Velasky. This is Jeff Haydon. This has been Ojai Valley News in Depth.